welcome back. This is part 2 of getting started on a scrapbook album. More specifically for me, it's 2019 family scrapbook album. It could be 12 by 12 traditional layouts, which I might throw in here and there, but mostly it's going to be pocket scrapbooking or project life spreads. Okay, on part 1, I had already printed the photos, put them in the page protectors according to their sizes, and then I did 4 months of that, and I just went to my album, pulled out January. That's what I'm going to be actually scrapping. This is the fun part where all the pretty paper and embellishments, and we get to play. I put this on my desk, then I choose the papers and embellishments. You can use a new collection you just bought or shop your stash. So basically I go around my room, around my craft supplies, and I see, okay, based on the photos and the theme that I want this spread to be, I shop my stash. So it's January 2019. This is going to be the first page you see in the album. It's going to be the title page. So I know that I want January 2019 to be a statement. I did not necessarily use one collection. I went through my stash and I thought I really want to use up some cards that I bought from Tuesday morning that I really liked. So I started with that, and I already picked them out here. And this is from the Super Duper value kit. I think they used to call these value kits. I don't know if you could still find it, maybe on eBay, Etsy, you just never know. Lots of bold colors, lots of reds and pinks. This is more like a February type of thing for me, but I'm gonna go with it. So I went through the cards and I picked out some, and then I wasn't liking this pattern here. No, I don't like this floral pattern, and they don't have a lot of 4x6 cards in portrait mode, like, you know, vertical. They have a lot of horizontal, which you will find in most pocket scrapbooking kits. So I had to bust out from my stash. This is old. This is from, is this Little Moment? It's a Project Life kit, and obviously it's old because it has rounded corners, and Becky Higgins had rounded corners. And then from there I went with what alphas I was going to use. I still have these pink paisley ones. I hoarded these forever, and now I want to use them up. And they're bold, so I have those here. And then I'm going to put this glitter in because I'm thinking of putting January really big here and then having sequins. So I made a little sequence mix. Oh my lord, I need to build my sequin stash because I did not have like a strawberry pink. And then some ephemera. I don't have any ephemera to that collection, and so I went through my ephemera stash and I picked out some stuff. And then I also went through my like DIY embellishments that I made 2 years ago. And this is from Pink Fresh, but the reds will get picked up from here. So what I did is I get a card that has mostly all the colors, and then I'll go around my room picking out stuff that matches with those colors. So anyways, there's a lot of Dear Lizzie here from Notes and Things. That's old. Hey, we're using up our stash, right? And it's exciting because I love Dear Lizzie. And then I thought, well, that's all paper. It's all flat. I need some dimension. So I brought out All Heart, Puffies, and chipboard. That's really all I have from All Heart. And look how well that goes, right? And then I don't have any alphas or small alphas or thickers, so I had to bring my own. I think that is all. So once I pick out all my stuff, so I won't get overwhelmed, I'll put this away, this away, this away, and I'll just put it in a pile right next to me, away from my desk, so that I won't get overwhelmed or nothing will get buried and lost. This will save me time. So let's get with the cards here. That's cute. I want the spotty because it's celebrating that she's gonna be a big sis. And then these are called title cards because you're supposed to put your title here. So I think I'm gonna put the year here. And then some journaling here. And then I have these cards. I like this yellow, but they're not in 4x3s or 3x4 designs. So I'm gonna have to cover it up. I wish I would have had a photo of us. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna have to do better at that. Doesn't matter if it's the waitress at the restaurant taking the photo for us. I need to take a photo every January of us. It'd be good to see how we grow. In the past, I was okay because I would have one every December, but I would like to see a photo of us at the beginning of the year and then a photo of us at the end of the year, right? Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, let's get out pink paisley acetate. There we go, like that. All right, so I'm gonna make a sequence or shaker pocket is what they call. So I'm gonna plug in my fuse tool so I can seal those up. Should I do my journaling first? No, let's do this. 2019, the year 2019. Then our ephemera.
We've got some labels.
Hello, what if we did hello 2019? No, I could, I mean, that's cute. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna use this embellishment right here. I wonder if that's already too big. And then maybe something like that. That's nice. We're good on the ephemera. What should we put down here? That's cute. This is silver, so I have to keep that in mind. And I already have gold going on here, gold foil. I think for now we're just gonna go with this flower here. Should I put big announcement here? I think I'm gonna get my journaling. Then I can embellish around the journaling. What date? Let's bring out the date. Let's bring out my planner. Does that have a date on it? Oh! Okay, January 22nd. Okay, I'm gonna grab these and put 01/22nd, 2019. All right, so I used these tiny little alphas here that were gifted to me quite a years back from a fellow scrapbooker. And it took a while to get them all on there. I had to cut them up because they were kind of stuck together. So I just put announcement. That's like a huge word, tons of N's. And then I put the date, and then I'm going to journal about this photo here. And then I'm gonna also type up some more journaling for this one and this photo, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm doing this at night. I just really felt like scrapping right now because I have received some news and I'm processing, and I'm just really thinking, and scrapbooking is very therapeutic for me, so I just felt like scrapbooking right now, and I wanted to continue finishing this layout, creating it, and so I thought, let's go ahead and press record. So I typed up my journaling with my typewriter, and then when I was typing that, I remembered a moment in January that I did take a picture of, and I don't see that here, and I had to go back to my photo box. It was a smaller photo, and it could have maybe slipped into other tabs, and it did. And it's this moment right here. I don't know if it was maybe New Year's Day or maybe the day after New Year's Day. Some friends came over, they were on vacay, it was a late night, and my daughter was still awake because she was doing this. This was like a thing for her for months. She would take out everything she had, every toy she owned, and shoes and dresses, and she would line them up. This is what she would do during playtime. She would just, and then I heard noises, and it was like 10 o'clock, and I was freaking out. But anyway, okay, she was fine. We survived. It was already printed, so I knew I had to find it. That did shift things around because I did have this yellow card here, right? I'm gonna have to cut up the photo, and then I'm gonna keep this one because I think this is like the perfect photo to, like, this was you doing this. I think I'll do that. And then this one should fit just fine, so I might have to bring the yellow back. Yeah, I think this is a better way to show y'all my process of putting an album together, starting and completing a big scrapbooking project like a family album. So I wanted to do something instead of just showing you layouts, but not really showing how it all comes together, how a whole album comes together. Right. I think I'm gonna put a white border on this so it could stand out a bit. I just stuffed my mouth with some German chocolate. I told my friend how this is one of my favorites. It is Germany. Yeah, I was right. Anyways, it has hazelnuts. I'm a huge fan of chocolate with hazelnut. I love dark chocolate. This one's milk chocolate, but it is delicious. She sent me like a whole box of them. I didn't know what it was, and I opened them and I was like, oh my god. I was like jumping up like a little girl. My husband was like, what? I was like, she sent me my favorite chocolates. Whole hazelnuts, not like hazelnut crisp. I mean whole hazelnuts. Oh, so good. So I stuffed my mouth with that. Now my mouth is all watering. I need some long scissors here. I have a scissor sharpener, and I just go like that a few times. And I do this often, kind of like you're supposed to do with your kitchen knives. You're supposed to sharpen them every time you cook, which I'm pretty sure we all do, right? So I try to do it as much as I can remember. And I just kept that rule for my scissors in my craft room so they won't go dull. Even though I think Fiskars, do y'all know if it's still lifetime? If it is, that's awesome for the company to still do that, especially amongst these times. Okay, I think that just helps that one pop up a bit, right? Bring my big old double-sided tape. I've had that for a while now, and it's lasted me a very long time, and I use it pretty much every time I'm scrapping something. I am using the permanent one though, because I'm pretty sure it's going to stay here. Normally I wouldn't if I knew I was going to move stuff around. Or I like to put it in the center like I'm doing here. I like to put it in the center so that way if I do lift my photo, I have a little bit of give instead of putting the double-sided tape so close to the edges where I wouldn't be able to lift it if I wanted to tuck in an embellishment. I'm going to try to get as close as I can to the edge so that it could look like it's one photo. Connected to that photo is what I mean. Okay. I'm thinking about how I'm gonna staple the acetate letters and numbers to the cards because I don't know how else to tape it or glue it without the tape or glue showing through, which at this point doesn't really bother me anymore. It's just part of the process. I have to use that stuff to get these stories documented, so it doesn't really bother me that much, but I just sometimes like the clean look that acetate gives you. And when you staple it, you don't have that clean look anymore. I think I shall put her here. Yeah, that's better. Then I can curve her a little more. All right, I know that acetate letters come with some sort of protective film on them so that they won't get scratched. It's not usually that easy to tear off, but maybe since these are old, like whenever I get stuff with this protective film on it, takes me forever to take it off. I don't have a number 2 for 2019, which I would have liked. We're just gonna work with this. Okay, now I'm gonna embellish a little bit. Kind of like that. I want to hide that little doorknob that's there, so little tab. I think that's cute. And then I think, should I pop that up? My girls are watching the Aristocats. Aristocats. And my daughter goes all British on me. Okay. All right, I feel like something's missing right there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, that's just a, oh, I could still add that there. Or over here to bring in some pink. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, this little star here, I like that. I need a itty bitty bitty heart. I think I'm gonna go with this gold because that's similar, whereas this gold is too yellow and that'll just throw me off. I still feel like that could have something. Ah, you know what? This is perfect. It was a text. Oh my lord. Yes. Like this, you are gold. Kind of like that there. Just real simple. I think I want something here. Could put OMG. Although sometimes I wonder if our abbreviations for things, they're gonna know what they mean. G with an exclamation mark. So I'm gonna put these in the pocket. I did my journaling before I embellished because I knew it was gonna be quite long. So whatever's gonna take the most space, I'll do first. So if you like to embellish a lot, then do that because that's what's gonna take up the most space in your scrapbooking. Whereas me, I knew for this layout, sometimes I don't journal this much, but this was quite a big event. So I knew the journaling was going to take most space. So I wanted to do that first and then embellish around it. Now we're going to do shaker pockets with sequins. That's going to be fun. Okay, I realized, how am I going to have January floating, but have it to where it doesn't move around? I'm just going to have to tape it. I have to use some red line tape. Do y'all have a tape? I'm pretty sure they've come out with a tape by now to use with vellum and acetate. If they haven't, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? We need to get on that. I just want to make sure it's on the black part. There we go. It needs to be completely flat. Hopefully that works. January. Let's put it down there. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Oh, not bad. Oh no! Oh, it's starting to lift up the black part. Y'all use your supplies. Don't wait years and years and years to use them. They're meant to be used now. Tape them down, glue them down, and put them in protective covers. Because, like, how old are these letters? Let's take a look. 2015, so they're 7 years old. Okay. Now I'm going to put in the fun part. I'm going to bring out a cardboard. This is not safe for the fuse tool, the heat. And so you could just use a chipboard, big old chipboard piece or cardboard, and it should be fine. All right, so here's my mix. Not a lot. Like I said, I need to grow my sequence stash. So we'll start with a little bit for each one and then go from there. And that's all. Okay, now I'm just gonna fuse this. Oh, this is why I never use this, because I can't see. I could have fused the J in place. I'll show you what I mean. Just going down.
So you could go back up and go down again. Move over, move it upward, take it down. Down. Down, down, down. Down, 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 down.
I also like to flip it just because it's fused on that side doesn't mean it's fused on the back. I found that out. So what the fuse tool is, it's just heat melting the plastic together and sealing whatever opening you have so that your stuff won't fall out. So if I didn't want to use tape so that you wouldn't see in the back, you could have just, so actually I'm going to do that so that the letters won't get hidden. That I've used around it a little bit, and you got to use a ruler because you got to make sure that both sides of the plastic are touching. If not, it'll make a hole through it and ruin your pocket. See, so now the sequence won't be covering up the letter along the lines. Oops. Okay, this is what I mean. If your pockets are not touching, it'll like ruin the pockets and make a hole like that. Gotta make sure it's pressed down. Well, it's okay. That happens. All right. So then you will see the words more. Let's put this away so you can see what it looks like. Because this layout is done. How pretty is that? January 2019. There we go. And now I will do this one. And my process is going to be the same, so I'm not going to record that. and then I'll show y'all what this first page looks like. All right, so here is the finished layout for January. I did the back as well. It's the same process as I did in the front. I did bust out these. I don't know if I told y'all, but they match very perfectly. I had these chipboard pieces from Mambi, old, but they match perfectly with Dear Lizzie's notes and things. And then also with this Project Life card from Becky Higgins, like the script, this is from this is Recollections. This is old, and I thought that was cute for that announcement that my sister did. She was expecting a boy. Just kept this pretty simple. And then once it's done, I put the cards in here, and I'll put this page in the albums. I highly recommend putting it back in your album. Also, if you're doing 12 by 12 layouts, please put that layout immediately in a page protector, because for some reason, whether it's humid or dry, the adhesive on things just wears out and then things start to fall off. That's why they're page protectors. All right, so that is done. Love how that turned out. Just really cute. Love how it all came together using A Heart, Dear Lizzie, stuff from my stash, Project Life cards from my stash. Just really came together very well. I hope it helped you. Seeing me do this process instead of just embellishing, seeing my process of how I get started on a real major project has really helped people. And I will see y'all in my next video.